Mia stood frozen outside the courtroom, clutching the letter she never meant to read again. It was worn and stained, written in her own trembling hand 5 years earlier. A confession of a decision she'd vowed to bury. The abortion had happened on a cold October morning. She had been 22, afraid, alone. Everyone told her it was the right thing to do, the only thing to do, but no one stayed afterward. No one warned her about the silence. For years, Mia wore her shame like a hidden tattoo. She smiled, showed up, even sang in church. But she always sat near the exit, in case grace came too close. Because deep down, she believed one thing. She was unforgivable. Romans 8:1 was one of those verses she avoided. Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. It felt too good, too clean, too impossible, until one night, during a women's retreat, something changed. A speaker, a former nurse, shared her own story of loss, her own decision, her own journey toward Jesus. Mia listened, breathless. The woman spoke of God's mercy like it was real, alive, and available even for the worst of us. Mia sat alone afterward, staring at the fire pit, letting the speaker's final words echo. There is no condemnation in Christ. None. Only love. Only healing. She whispered a prayer she didn't think God would hear. If that verse is true for her, could it be true for me too? That night, Mia opened her Bible for the first time in months. The pages fell open to Romans 8, and the words hit her like water in a desert. ... No condemnation. Not less. Not later. Not after she fixed herself. None, she sobbed. The kind of cry that empties you and fills you at the same time. That night, something broke, and something beautiful began. Mia started counseling with a Christian therapist. She joined a support group for post-abortive women. Slowly, she began to believe that freedom wasn't about forgetting but about healing. That her story didn't disqualify her from God's love, it was the very reason for it. She began writing again. Letters to her unborn child. Letters to herself. Letters to God. Every page soaked in tears and hope. She started volunteering at a crisis pregnancy center, not to shame anyone but to sit with women in fear and offer what she never had. The presence of someone who understood, and the truth that there was still a future. One afternoon, a girl barely out of high school sat across from her, clutching a pregnancy test. Mia listened, prayed silently, and then said, "You're not alone. And no matter what you decide, you are loved, by me, and by God." That girl chose life, not just for the baby, but for herself. Years later, Mia stood beside her at a baptismal tank. The girl was now a mother, a believer, and a friend. As she came up from the water, she whispered the same verse that once saved Mia. No condemnation. Today, Mia leads retreats for women who carry silent shame. She teaches Romans 8 with the kind of authority that only comes from surviving it. And every time she opens her Bible to that chapter, she smiles. Because she knows freedom in Christ is not just a concept. It's a person. It's Jesus. He didn't come for perfect people. He came for the condemned to declare them free. Share and comment this if you believe God still writes the best stories.